Oh man, like it took everything in my power to not talk about this like the day it happened, but I decided to save it all for the Saturday news video. Today we're going to be talking about the massive amount of games that have just been announced for physical copies on the Switch, and also we're going to be talking about the Switch Online games that are coming out next week. So without further ado, let's jump into it. So sporadically, they update the Nintendo Online Services little games you can get, and they have done that again. Another little just random drop for July. It's going to come out next week, and that is 3 new games. So on the NES, you're getting The Immortal, which there actually is a very funny AVGN episode on that. So based on that, I'm probably going to check it out. It doesn't look like that great of a game, but it definitely has piqued my interest. Mitsume Championship Wrestling, another game I never actually played as a kid. It looks pretty fun from just the little trailer they showed, but it's something that I'm going to have to definitely check out myself. But the one that's just most exciting for me, if you watched my gaming memories video that I did with some friends, including Gamer Aimer, we talked about our first games, and that is Donkey Kong Country. That game is so important to me. I can't even begin to tell you my love for that game. I know that game backwards and forwards, all the secrets, all the everything. That was my original video game. So the fact that it's now playable on my Switch, I am so excited. Oh man, I'm so glad that's coming. Okay, so we're gonna go in alphabetical order because that's the way they have it on their site. And Pippin's gonna sleep there on the couch a little bit. Move the mic so you can see him. There we go. Anyway, so in order, going down the list, we have that kind of a HD hand-drawn version of A Boy and His Blob for PS4. It looks like a pretty cool game. It actually has a release date of September 2020. When I'm going through this list, I'm definitely going to highlight the games that I'm for sure going to get. That one, I'm probably going to pass on personally. But the next one, oh man, I already talked about this, I think last week or the week before, but Bloodstained Curse of the Moon 2. Bloodstained Curse of the Moon was like one of my favorite games of last year. If you're a Castlevania 3 fan, you have to check that game out. But that game is getting it's to be determined for the date on it, which is kind of a bummer. But that being said, that is one that I am 100% getting day one. You know, obviously you have to really be on there for their games, so that's a for sure. The next one on the alphabetical list is Bug Fables, The Everlasting Sapling. I don't know much about this game, but I've heard really good things. It's supposed to be kind of like a Chrono Triggery bug, or not Chrono Triggery, maybe Paper Mario style game. It's an RPG either way. I'm going to do some more research on that one before I make a decision, but it's something that I definitely am going to probably check out. They also announced Carrion on the Switch. That has a date of to be determined. I don't know really much about this game either, I'm not going to lie. So that's not one of the ones that really made my list of like, hey, I'm absolutely getting this. But the next game, oh my god, this has to be one of the games Doug was talking about when he said, you know, some of these deals were crazy. And that is the Castlevania Anniversary Collection. It says Q3 2020. You know, when this game was announced last year, my big disappointment was, oh my gosh, you know, this game is not getting a physical copy. So I ended up passing on it, only because a good friend of mine already bought it digitally, so we played on his Switch. I mean, I actually own all those games physically, so I can play them other ways, but I was like, man, it'd be really great to have that on the Switch. But I am so glad I held out, because that is getting a physical copy, and holy crap, I am like beside myself, the fact that that's coming out. There's another game that had the same thing that we'll get to later on, but that one specifically, I was like, there's no way. I mean, working with Konami, I mean, that's awesome. So hats off to you guys. Next is a game called Demon Turf on the Switch. It also has a to be determined date. Another game I don't know much about, so it's not really on my list of must-haves. I'm gonna do some more research into it, see if I like it. Now the next one is, oh, I'm so happy. If you've been watching my videos, you know I've been unboxing the limited run big box PS4 Neo Geo collection, and they have Mark of the Wolves. Oh my, that's like probably top 2 fighting games for me, maybe even number 1. And the fact that that's going to be in their limited run collection. They have it actually marked out for July 2020, so sometime this month it's going to come out. I am beyond pumped for that game. That's actually a game that I have on my Neo Geo arcade cabinet. I have that for the Dreamcast. It's a game that is beyond good, and getting to play it. I have the digital version on my Xbox. So getting the physical copy with the cool Neo Geo Shock box, big box, is going to be amazing. Now the next one is the one I kind of referenced earlier. I am so glad I waited. I just had a gut feeling when it came out last year, even though I wanted to play it so bad. And that is the Grandia HD Collection is getting a physical copy. Oh my god. Oh my god, it's so awesome. I cannot wait to get that. They have a date for August 7th, 2020. I am hands down getting that one. I mean, if you were to like say, hey, there's only one game you can get on this list, it would be very hard, but that would be a contender for me. I mean, that game is something I wanted so bad. I'm really glad I did not end up buying it digitally, because I'm definitely going to be getting the physical copy. After that, they had an ABC order, of course, is Gris or Grease. GRIS, all caps, for the Switch, with a date of to be determined. Another game I don't know much about. I'm gonna have to do a little bit more research myself. But you know, like I said, they're putting out a bunch of games on this list. The next one is another absolute purchase for me, and that is Katana Zero. Katana Zero, I got to play at a friend's house, and I was like, this game's really great. And I was actually gonna buy it myself, but at that same time, around that time, The Messenger got a physical copy, and I was like, well, The Messenger gets a physical copy. It's only a matter of time, because Katana Zero got rave reviews. It got, you know, everyone was loving it. Everyone was playing it. So I'm glad I held out, and I'm definitely buying that one for sure. The next 2 games I don't know much about. So one of them is Kunai, and that's going to be July 8th, 2020. So I guess it's already out now, technically. I think it's like a pre-order. So some of these games, by the way, are not like regular limited run. They're actually like a pre-order, so you have an open period. I don't know much about this game. I looked at the gameplay. It looked okay. Not something I'm really like holding my breath for. And then the next one is Mega Dimension Neptunia 7. That has a date for July 28th, 2020. Once again, don't know much about that. So I'm going to have to kind of, I don't know, figure that one out myself. But that being said, the next game is another one that I am definitely on the hands down getting it day one, and that is Mighty Gunvolt Burst. Now, Mighty Gunvolt Burst is actually like probably the second Switch game I ever got, and I bought it digitally. Mighty Gunvolt Burst is like a weird kind of chibi, cutesy version of a combination of Gunvolt, which I love, and Mighty Number 9, which a lot of people hated, but I didn't think was that bad, but a lot of people did not like it. But this game is entirely different. It's made by NT Creates. I've said many times on the channel that NT Creates is a godsend, and they deserve all of your praise. So that is very cool. I already own this game, so I will be double dipping and buying this one because I really liked it that much. Now, the next few games, as far as ABC order is concerned, are games that aren't really on my list of like, hey, I gotta get these. But yeah, I'm still gonna name them all here, of course. We have My Friend Pedro on the PS4. Once again, don't know much about that game. I don't strictly collect for the PS4, so I'm probably not gonna be getting it. Has a date of to be determined. Observer on the Switch, also to be determined for the date. Another one I don't know much about. Papers, Please on the PS Vita. I don't have a PS Vita. I'd like to get one. You know, if you guys have Vitas, bye Pippin. If you guys have a Vita, kind of let me know in the comments below if I should get one or where I should get one for a reasonable price. It's just one of those things like I've kind of always wanted one, but I don't have one. And then also ordered some good games for it. But Papers, Please on the Vita, so that's cool for you Vita collectors. Pixel Junk Eden 2, another game I really know nothing about. Another date of to be determined, and also for the Switch. Return of Obra Dinn is going to be on the Switch and PS4. July 24th is the date for that one. It's another thing. I don't know much about it. I'm going to look into it, but it's not something I'm excited for. Now, the next 4 games in a row I am getting, hands down, gonna happen. First one being more River City Girls. I missed out on River City Girls, and I've been kicking myself ever since because that game looks amazing. I'm definitely not gonna miss out on this one. It has details to be announced, so I don't know what that means. So we'll find out there. Samurai Jack Battle Through Time. I don't know anything about this game, but it has a to be determined date, but it's on the Switch and the PS4, and I'm a huge Samurai Jack fan, so I'm just gonna get it for the nostalgia of Samurai Jack. Now the next two are amazing. Oh man. If you collect for the Game Boy, you know that one of the holy grails for Game Boy Color specifically is Shantae. Shantae on the Game Boy Color is like a multi-$100 cartridge. It is very expensive. And September 2020, they are re-releasing the original Shantae on Switch and a physical Game Boy Color cartridge. So I'm buying both probably. But man, that is amazing. That's going to be so cool to have an actual cartridge of Shantae to play from Limited Run. I'm sure it's going to come in a sweet box. I just know it. And then, of course, after that, also in September 2020, Shantae Risky's Revenge. So, you know, I've actually collected all the Shantae games so far for the Switch, so I'm definitely going to keep that track. They're fun, very fun games. I really enjoy them. They always kind of remind me of what's that Nintendo game where, the really expensive Nintendo game. Oh, it's driving me crazy. We can switch through the characters. It'll come to me, and I'll get back with you on that one. Anyway, the next one is a game that I'm very interested in, but I have no way to play it, and that is Space Channel 5 VR. It's going to be on the PlayStation VR. Space Channel 5 being a Sega game, very cool. July 31st, 2020, by the way, for the release date. But I don't have a PSVR. It's something that would interest me, though. I'm really glad that they've been partnering with Sega. My first recollection, and I may be wrong, with Limited Run partnering with them was for the Panzer Dragoon set. But, you know, if they're doing Space Channel 5, maybe we'll get some more in the future. I mean, I would love to have some kind of Switch copy of, like, Sonic Adventure 1 and 2. Oh my god. That would be... Doug, if you're watching this, Sonic Adventure 1 and 2, do that. Please. Oh, you know what? Power Stone? Power Stone 1 and 2. Doug! Power Stone 1 and 2. Please. Anyway, the next game, it's a cool game. Not for me, though. I'm not going to buy it, probably. And that is Super Meat Boy Forever. It's going to be on the Switch and the PS4. Date to be determined. Something that, you know, I'm not a fan of brutal platformers, but it's a cool game. A lot of people like it. I've played it. Definitely worth checking out. I actually skipped one. Star Wars Episode 1 Racer. I'm absolutely getting that. And that comes out yesterday, so as of watching this video. So July 10th. Switch, PS4, PC. I'm recording this before hand. It's Thursday now, so you're seeing this on Saturday or later. So I've already bought my copy. You know, a lot of people give that game a bunch of crap, but like that's one of my favorite Star Wars games. I don't know why, probably purely nostalgia, but definitely something I was looking forward to and still am, and I'm glad it's on the list. Now the next couple games, I don't really know pretty much anything about. So the first one is the Friends of Ringo Ishikawa on the Switch, and that has a date of July 21st. I don't know anything about that one. I'll have to do a little bit more research. The next one is the Mummy Demastered, and that's also July 31st. It looks like it's kind of based off of like the newer Mummy movie. It's gonna be on Switch and PS4, but it's done like in the style of an NES or maybe early Game Boy game. Interesting, you know, definitely will look into it. I don't know if it tickles my fancy or not. Then they have the Secret of Monkey Island 30th Anniversary Anthology. I like the idea of this, but it is on PC, October 2020. I don't have a PC worth anything. I'm probably gonna pass on this one, but very cool if you're a Monkey Island collector. Definitely, I'm sure you'll enjoy this. To the Moon on Switch says Q4 2020. I know nothing about this game, so another one on the list of I need to do some more research. Trover Saves the Universe, also Q4 2020 on the Switch, another thing I don't have much knowledge on, as well as Towerfall Ascension on the Switch, which is Q3 2020. Once again, don't know much about this one. The last two games I don't really know anything about are Where the Water Tastes Like Wine on the Switch with a to be determined time, and then Extreme Sports for the Game Boy Color, and they're releasing a cartridge for that too, and that is the Switch and the Game Boy Color, and that is going to be October 2020. I might look into that one a little more, but currently I don't plan on getting that one. Last but not least, this is a game I loved. I personally played it on the Xbox One. I got it as a download. I've already pre-ordered it with Limited Run because it is an open pre-order and it's available now. And that is Ys Origin on Switch. It came up July 8th, 2020, so it's going to be available for a little while. That is the final game on this list. I cannot believe how many freaking games they have on this list. And I cannot believe how destroyed my wallet is about to be. So that was a lot to take in. I am obviously hyped. I cannot wait for all these games to come out. But you know, like we do on Saturdays, I always like to ask you guys a question. So, you know, this is a good question that has kind of come up in some groups I've been talking with. All these games are physical games. I'm obviously a physical game collector. I mean, I have a whole channel dedicated to it. But on the whole, how do you guys feel about physical games? Are you a physical or a digital kind of person? I assume if you're watching my channel, you're probably a physical collector, or at least you care enough to see what I open up. But that's a big deal, you know, because I think companies like Limited Run, Super Rare, and the like are really preserving something really good. And that's just my personal thought. But let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you think digital games are fine, even though in theory if they close down a server you lose your game? Or are you purely physical, or maybe a hybrid of both? Anyway, I'm looking forward to reading your answers on this one. And that's going to do it for us today, guys. Thanks again for watching and stopping in. If you liked the video, please like, dislike. If you don't, as always, take it easy.